Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Grandpa.
I'm Joel.
I'm Lauren.
And we're some of the Veggie Boys.
And girls.
And we'd like to thank you for stopping by. It's Sunday and we normally don't record today, but we're grinding feed for the animals. There is a reason though why I have the camera. We lost some audio for today's video, so I'm just gonna catch you up to speed really quick. The beginning part of this video was talking about how Joel was going to work ground and Daniel was tedding straw, but we had a little bit of a problem. The problem we're having is while Daniel was going with the tedder, some of the bolts just fell out. We don't know why. We had them all tightened, so now we're just replacing the bolts because we couldn't find them. Are you okay down there?
Yeah, I'm waiting for Matthew.
We got Daniel running. The tedder looks good. It's much quieter than it was before, so we're thinking maybe a couple of those bolts were missing already and we just didn't know about it. I had mentioned that Joel was working ground, and this is the reason why Joel was working ground. We're gonna try and get all of this planted today. I've shown these plants quite a bit. This is our late planting of cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, and kohlrabi. They're a little bit smaller than what we normally transplant, but if we take one out, you can see it's got a strong root base. If we transplant these, they are gonna do just fine. It's really warm today and some of the plants are drying out, so I'm gonna hit them with some water. That way they're prepared to be planted this afternoon. I gave the plants a good drink. It's a lot easier to pull them out of the trays when they're wet, so hopefully that should do till we plant them. We just got finished with lunch. First thing we're gonna do is go pick some sweet corn. Farm market was running a little low on sweet corn, so we're gonna pick a few hundred ears of sweet corn.
He's trying to get his phone call done.
All right, there we go. Just quick 9 baskets. 10 if somebody would hurry up. About what, 250 ears of corn? Take that home, get that on ice. Woo, big spider.
Like whether it's history and culture.
Now that we got all our sweet corn picked, we're working on our mechanical transplanter, getting it set up for the cole crops. We have this little chart that helps us with our spacing. There's all these little sprockets, and as we adjust and move these sprockets, it changes the distance between the plants. We have a certain distance that we want for our cole crops, so we're changing some of these sprockets out. For our late broccoli, cabbage, and cauliflower, we're planting everything at 18 inches. With the kohlrabi, we're gonna plant them a little closer together because they can handle it. By the time we're harvesting this stuff, we want it to be nice and large, so planting it at 18 inches gives us the best opportunity to have large cabbage, large broccoli, and very nice cauliflower. As we set the machine down with the hydraulics, these wheels turn 2 sets of chains, one on this side and the other one over there protected by these guards. Those chains turn these fingers with little rubber ends called cups. We take the plant, we put it in these cups, and then the cups open up underneath the soil. This machine has a set of discs that opens up a little furrow. The cups drop the plant, and then it closes the furrow behind it. Stop. All right. I almost had a mini heart attack on my way down here.
I saw the skunk.
There was a skunk eating the cat food, and I got very scared.
He came running around the corner, hand on his heart, heavily breathing. He was like, what was really funny was that Brian just did the same thing about 5 minutes earlier.
I didn't want to be the only one getting sprayed.
We made it out to the field. We have the plants on the truck. We have this wagon here. Daniel is bringing another wagon. We're almost ready to go. You may notice as these fingers come around and the cups close, it doesn't actually hurt our finger. So we can leave our finger inside the cups and it won't pinch us and hurt us because they're just made of a light rubber. We've had this mechanical transplanter for quite some time, So this job hasn't really changed over the years. It's not too exciting to us, but I'm sure some of you wouldn't mind doing it. The first thing we are planting is kohlrabi. We're just finishing up our first planting. And then the trays at the edge, they are our later planting of kohlrabi. So even though we're on our last planting of cold crops, we are still preparing for fall. We're finishing off our kohlrabi, then moving on to bok choy. Daniel is finishing up changing his sprocket, and we're loading up green magic broccoli. We're all loaded up with broccoli. Now it's time to start planting.
My chair's broken. Look at this. What do you expect me to do?
I almost missed one. That was close. You're doing awesome. Quit rubbing your shoulder against me. Knock it off.
Hey, what do you like more? Broccoli, kohlrabi, or cauliflower? Let us know in the comments. Daniel, here's some plants. Plants for Matt.
We're kind of in a tricky spot right now. Dad wants to be cutting wheat. Gavin has to go back and feed horses. So we've got a few more rows we're gonna be doing here, and then we're gonna get moving on to other jobs. That's where we're gonna stop. We got a lot of stuff planted here. We're expecting some rain, not tomorrow, but the day after. These plants are gonna be just fine. I'm just looking through. That planter is doing an awesome job of covering these plants. Dad's getting ready to cut wheat, so I need to open up his bin. You see how nice your test plot looks?
Beautiful.
We're soon gonna have to get our charts out, and then we're gonna have to look and see what's planted where, and then we'll get our signs up. That way the other farmers in our area, or the people we sell seed corn to, can come and look and see how the varieties are. I've seen a couple other farmers on YouTube that have had problems where they haven't had rain. We have the opposite problem here. Our biggest problem is that our wheat isn't drying down. We're getting too much rain. Although it's good for the vegetables, for the wheat, it's something we don't want.
Even when it's not raining, the humidity's so high that nothing will dry.
And that's one of the reasons why we stopped planting cold crops today. We wanted to get out here and get as much wheat harvested as we could. Because with the humidity so high, there's a big risk that this wheat could sprout in the head, and then it's useless for us to sell. Hey, we're gonna need a truck back here.
Buzzer's going off.
We just got the truck full, so Matt's gonna take that back, and Joel just showed up with the wagon. So now we just gotta work on filling the wagon. Over the past 170 years of our family farming in Northeast Pennsylvania, the farm's gone through a few changes. Originally, the farm was a dairy, and then it became a grain farm and a dairy. And then the family got out of dairy farming. We went from dairy to pigs. There was a time when my dad would have to take care of at least 2,000 pigs at one time. It went from dairy and grain to pigs and grain, and now our farm is grain, vegetables, and beef, and the greenhouses. The greenhouses are a big part of the farm. I really don't know if there's a farm out there that is as diverse as we are when it comes to the stuff that we do. I just think it's so neat how the farm has changed over the last 170 years. And it's probably never gonna stop changing.
All these girls, who knows what we'll be doing next.
We're unloading right now, but we were having a little bit of a problem. Two of the gathering fingers up in the head broke, so they're not bringing the wheat in, and we were only able to pick with like half of the header. So we're gonna head back to the farm and see if we have any of those fingers. They closed the farm market about an hour ago. We're trying to get as much cut tonight as we can. We've got a couple nice days. It's supposed to rain in like 3 days, so we're trying to get as much off as possible. So this is what the fingers are supposed to look like, and this is what we were dealing with. So this one broke completely off. That's why Dad is working up inside the head. He's attaching new fingers, and then we'll be ready to go. We got all our fingers installed. That should help out a lot. That was the only problem that we had. We've decided we're gonna go up and get dinner, and then Dad's gonna finish cutting after dinner. You don't wanna miss dinner.
No, Lauren's eating for two, and that takes my plate's about gone.
Alrighty, we got up to the house. Lauren, what are we having for dinner tonight?
We're having breakfast for dinner, pancakes, eggs, and bacon.
I love breakfast for dinner.
Alrighty guys, now that we're up at the house, we're gonna sit down and eat some dinner. So that means this is where we're gonna end the video. We wanna thank everyone for watching, and we hope to see you next time. Bye-bye!
Bye-bye.